the We Wreck Records podcast.
You can see the toughest metalhead dude standing, headbanging in front row, and when you look up, you can see the face is just wet of tears at the same time. So you have that duality even in our audience, and that's very special. That's really cool to see that we actually touch people for real.
Swedish progressive metal band Soen are masters of the dark and light sides of the Force. Meet Lars, Soen's keyboardist, guitarist, and multi-instrumentalist. Hi, welcome to We Wreck Records. We have another episode of delving into music that moves the needle, now and forever. Today we have Lars from Soen, hails from Sweden, heavy metal, plays keys. They've got a brand new album called Reliance, which is kind of beautiful. What do you rely on in this life as a musician? What are the things you rely on?
Music is like, it's just been there inside my head my whole life. So do I need something to rely on? It's just there. So I can just rely on it being there because as long as I can remember, there's always been music playing inside my head.
Wow, that's kind of beautiful. So did you always feel like an artist, or was there like a moment where you knew that you could take the music in your head and bring it out?
I mean, that was the dream since I was like 6 years old. I was a daydreamer and I was dreaming about making my own music and playing it on a stage somewhere. That's just, and then I learned, like, when I first learned 2 chords on guitar, I wrote a song with those 2 chords because now I had a tool to do it. So music has
awesome.
always been there.
How does it work in this band?
I mean, I joined the band like 2 or 3 years into weeks.
Like 2014. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was just about to release the second album at the point. And so, I mean, obviously Martin is the one that started the band and is writing the majority of the music, even though that we all chip in and then help out. And when I joined, that was one important thing, that I just don't want to join as a session player or whatever. I want to be able also to contribute to the whole picture, even though it's his vision, it's his band, it's his, but still, as a musician in a band, you want to be able to bring what you can offer and,
of course,
and make the whole picture better.
Yeah, well, it's a great album. It really plays
you.
on, I think one of the great things about this band is the way you play on the light and dark sides of the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like how do you connect with that, and when is it right to go hard and when is it right to, or is it just kind of instinctual?
I mean, we have both sides within us all. Like we listen to so wide variety. Please help me with this word.
Variety.
Yeah, thank you. I can't speak today. It's so much going on. So it's so natural for us to have both the soft side and the hard side, and Soen always been about that, to connect the soft with the hard and darkness with the hope, and to have that the both sides of the coin. So
Indifference is like the big beautiful love song, right? Like
it's the first time we have a song without drums, even. That's like
it's that's a big deal.
Yeah, and no guitar. Oh, well, there's a guitar solo in there, but it's basically just the strings and the piano and the vocals. So
it's all about you.
Sorry?
It's all about you.
Yeah, right. No, but it's nice that it turned out that way, that we all agreed on keeping it that way. And it's so easy to just add the percussions and add the bass and the bombastic whatever, trumpets, but just to keep it that simple. Actually, when we recorded that, we recorded way more instruments on it. There's like Rhodes pianos and pad synths and way more choirs and stuff. But then when we had the final mix, we just take everything out. We strip it down.
That's
make
beautiful.
it as possible. A real grand piano, a real string quartet. That's it.
Yeah. And that has a lot of resonance,
Mm-hmm.
And I think, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. This show is presented by Grillo's Pickles. Grillo's Pickles make the freshest, crunchiest, most delicious pickles. And even if you're not a pickle fan, you should try Grillo's today. Why not? Live a little. You can find them in the refrigerated section of your local grocery store, so chill out and eat a pickle. This show is proudly presented by DistroKid, and we have a special deal for all the musicians out there looking to release their new music fast. DistroKid helps over 2 million musicians around the world release on all major music streaming platforms and YouTube. You keep 100% of your earnings, consults a huge range of features. And if you like this show, support this show by taking advantage of this incredible offer. 30% off your first year with DistroKid. Just head to distrokid.com/VIP/WeWreckRecords. Does Joel like come and go, hey, I've just been through some stuff. Here are some words, like, guys, help. Or do you go make something beautiful and then he goes, well, I was really sad about this, so I'm gonna jump in on this one.
I don't know. I mean, they are all still in their relationships.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like something bad happened.
But you know, you can draw so much from your life. Like we all lived, like we all are in mid-40s, most of us except Cody, and so we all have been through shit. And
it's
so
good.
If you write songs, you can always draw from earlier experiences.
100%. Are there any love songs you've used to process heartbreak in the past?
I mean, Hollowed was a little bit. Hollowed from the last album was like a little bit like that also, but made into duets. But I mean, we don't do happy love songs really in Soen, so.
No, no. I meant like when you're processing your own heartbreak, or was it?
Oh, you mean like that?
Or was it a while back?
Yeah, I mean, music is always part of every stages in life, isn't it?
Yeah. What made you want to play keys and stuff?
You know, I am originally a saxophone player.
Yeah, right.
And then I joined Soen as a keyboard player, and you know, I was like, when I was asked to play keys, I was like, guys, you know that I'm not really a keyboard player, and I know where the notes are, and I know how to make music. Like, and then I joined the first rehearsal, and I listened to the albums, and like, why do you want me to play keys here? Isn't it better that I bring the guitar, because it's actually the second guitar part on the album. So that's why nowadays I play 50-50 guitar and keyboard.
Yeah. Guitar's powerful. The guitar in this record's powerful. Like, I think I love this. I read this on Discordia, which is powerful in that way, and you know, the riffs are a big deal on all of this. Someone wrote, if you, the person reading this, is ever struggling with heavy thoughts, you should know that you exist at the same time as peak Soen. Life gets heavy too, but you're an incredible person. And if nobody has said so lately, I'm glad you're still here with all of us.
Wow, beautiful.
That's kind of love. Like, your fans are amazing. Like, you've definitely created a bridge to them that they are walking across towards you. Has it always been the case? Like, when did you,
It seems like we attracted a lot of emotional people, like
heavy metal's like that, right?
But it's so nice, you know, you can see the toughest metalhead dude standing headbanging in front row, and when you look up, you can see that the face is just wet of tears at the same time. So you know, you have that duality even in our audience, and that's very special. That's really cool to see that we actually touch people for real.
100%. And the Swedes really, you've made a big impact in the world of heavy metal. We actually had Dismember on the show recently, in the death metal vein. What do you think the Swedes do differently? What do you think the attitude is than say an American or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the melody that comes from like traditional folk music that is so natural to those Swedes, because we heard it so much, the way the melodies are played, and the sad songs, and the way the folk music can go between happiness also and sadness
That makes
in that sense. I think you can hear a lot of that in the Swedish metal scene. If you compare it to American, who is more like straightforward kind of. Yeah,
it's kind of like the way they approach the world and the Nordic countries. It's kind of the same. There's a bit of nuance. We're not going to get into that, but yeah, there's some things going on in the world, and we all must deal with the way that is, and exist in our world and use heavy metal to cope.
Yeah, and all that comes out in our albums. I mean, we write about it, like.
Yeah, how would you describe the story? Like, obviously, you didn't write the lyrics, but how would you describe the story of this album?
I mean, it's not really a story like that. I mean, every song.
Oh, not like it's obviously.
We don't have the red line.
Yeah.
So it's not a concept album in that sense, but it's always so, when it's always about what's here and now and what's real, and like
Mm.
what we think about the current like world leaders and the way they handle things, and the everyday people that had to take that shit
Are you
and so on.
is Sweden kind of watching what's going on in Greenland? Like,
Of
just
course.
curious. Yeah, yeah. What's your take on it? Just while we're here, like, this is, this is coming out this week. It's going down. What's the take from the people on the street in the Nordic countries? What's going on?
I mean, it's just what can I say? It's just like mind-bogglingly dumb, the whole thing.
Really?
Um, and scary, of course. Now the tariffs that is a threat, and just the letter he wrote to the Prime Minister of Norway today, I think it's strange. It's like, how far can you take this? Like we already thought it was extreme back in 16, right? Or in
It's
17, when actually but it's never stopping, and
it's kind of it's like a movie. Like if you wrote a Netflix
it
series
wouldn't
about
work.
what's going on,
It's too
no one would believe it. And
no, exactly. Yeah.
it kind of makes you think that there's no actual real rules in the world. We've just all kind of it's everything's been a gentleman's agreement up until this point
Mhm.
in so many ways.
Yeah, it's
And
strange.
it's
Yeah.
just yeah. So I'm glad, you know, I I really that you're talking about like it coming from folk music. Like Europe's just made yeah, it's just made a really interesting contribution, especially Sweden in that realm. And I wanted to know what on Primal. I don't know, like obviously, this is a lyrical question, but I would imagine you guys would all be across this. Who is we, you, and they?
You can make your own interpretation and decide for yourself. But
It feels
well,
like people power.
the normal people, the everyday people, the right?
Yeah, the powers of the people.
Yeah.
I watched a great documentary about George Orwell the other day and
Mhm.
1984 and basically how everything he wrote in 1948 came true. And it's
Mm.
like illustrated with all this kind of stuff. And the thing that I really walked away from it all, this is a random aside, was we have so much power as a collective. Like we have so much power. There are more of us than the adversaries in the world. If we actually truly unite, then
And
we
we
are
just need to
powerful.
realize that and use it.
Yeah, and I don't know whether we have kind of clocked it or whether it's possible
But
or you know
but
what I
also
mean?
when you
Like,
do like look at Iran, now the latest few weeks, and it's fantastic to see. But then also how many people are being killed because and when they're shutting down the internet, and so it's also, I understand this that it's hard
it
because
really is.
you're risking your life. Like,
I've got so much respect for especially the women there. Like, I
yeah,
can't
exactly.
imagine. I think about it sometimes, like the freedoms that we enjoy. Especially
Mm,
as a woman, like in the context of the world and being a woman, this is the best time we've it's ever been for me in a rich Western country, being educated,
mm.
being independent. It's like it's a powerful time to have gratitude. And I think, yeah, I think heavy metal, like the feeling at a show, is like that collective thing. And I feel like Primal is a song that could really is about that. It feels like it's about that, like it's about power and hope and using the power of heavy metal to propel the message forward because it is
Mm.
more powerful. It's got more, it hits harder than if it was like a folk song, let's be real.
Yeah, sure, of course,
Do you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's like,
And I didn't say that I per se come from the folk music scene, but but just
oh no, no,
living
no,
with
it's a
it,
Nordic
right?
attitude. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Mm.
Um,
Just
and
but,
like I like
but
this.
I agree that the power of the metal community also, like, I mean, every metal band speaks about that, but that's just so
It's beautiful.
amazing. And also like looking at how people can come together from all parts of the world, and you're just there for the music and share and love, and it doesn't matter if you have different point of view in like a bunch of different subjects, because you're here together and you can agree on the love for the music and the message of like respecting each other.
And agreeing is a big deal. It's just, yeah,
Hmm.
it feels like something. What if this so a record is kind of like a yearbook photo that captures a band at a certain point in time. How would you describe where you guys are at in this moment? Like 7 albums in.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's 7 albums in.
Yeah.
Uh, to start with, so it's like we are more mature as a band because we've done this for a while, and we've been, especially since the pandemic ended, we've been touring all the time. Like,
Yeah,
way more.
Relentless.
Before that, we all had like really small kids, so we just did shorter tours and not so much of it. Um, but I think that that whole thing and also the lineup basically been the same for the longest period ever. Um, and we're just more confident in what we do.
Yeah,
And we with this album we tried to take it a step further, like being extra heavy on the heavy part
yeah,
and maybe be even more soft on the soft parts. Take the music and make it more pure
totally.
in both sides of the spectrum.
Is there a song you're most proud of, or this? What's the song you kind of took the most risks on?
I think that's the last song,
Yeah,
Velikor.
yeah,
That is a little bit more different than the other ones. And that was a fun process because that song went through so many different incarnations, and it was a up until the very end, it was ongoing process and an open book. So I think it's really nice to hear how it actually turned out in the end because we
yeah.
had
Oh,
fun
it's
with
like
it.
it's good to take risks and like take it to the next level. What do you think each of your band members does that is unique, in the world of music?
I mean, we are a great collective, and everybody have their role, and we respect each other a lot and like each other, and that's a good
Yeah.
thing for a band, right? Um, and everybody, I think, in this group we have extremely good work ethic that I never experienced with any other band. Like everybody is ready to pull up their sleeves and put down the hours and to make it as good as it possibly can.
Yeah.
That's cool. And I mean, for every role, Cody he brings his solo. Stefan have now that he's back again. It's like he's just his tone is so fat and gnarly, and just brings that earthy, warm. I don't know, the bottom end to.
Yeah.
And you see Joel is always pushing himself and tried to be a little bit better than the last album, and is like practicing all the time, and just it's cool to see how hard everybody's working
Yeah.
and always want to be better.
What does Soen mean to you? Like the concept of like what is this band about?
Uh,
Just a
it's
nice
the
general
it's the
question.
only thing I've been doing. I've been in the band like for 12 years this year, and it's the only thing I've done in life that lasted 12 years, I think. I never lived in the same place. I never had the same relationship. I never had a job. Yeah, this is the longest thing I've done anything. So that says a lot. That means a
Yeah.
lot. That means it's like you found your home
Mm.
musically, and like it's about friends. We're a family.
I love seeing a band lineup stay together forever. Like
Mhm.
it's just, you got your multiple way marriage and I think I don't know, there's something about it because you can't help but put your soul comes through. Like you can't hide your soul from your music. Like the people making it affect it. Like, and when people are terrible, you can tell.
Yeah,
You can
I
hear it
think
in
people that
music.
come to your show really can tell that we are enjoying each other and that we enjoy being
Yeah.
up there and playing music, and
What have been like
it's
the, have you had any like meaningful fan interactions where you were like, they were just kind of talked about how they felt and all that kind of stuff?
yeah, we get that a lot,
Yeah.
and then some of the fans have become friends because they've been there for so many years and they always show up.
That's-
So after a while, it becomes more like, oh, there you are again. So yeah, definitely. Like,
What are the three albums that moved the needle for you? Like, and changed you as a musician that you've listened to
of other bands?
of other bands? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, like my first big concert was a Guns N' Roses show in '93, the Use
Oh,
Your
so that was
Illusion
Use Your
era.
Illusion. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly. So I would
yeah,
say Use Your Illusion 1 is one of those albums that really like changed it for me.
yeah,
Then we fast forward a little bit, and I would say OK Computer by Radiohead.
yeah.
Also one of those like masterpiece albums that just
We actually
yeah.
had a discussion about this the other day, talking about learning about how to communicate, learning about sorrow in music,
Okay.
and that like Radiohead can teach you about sorrow. They can teach you
Oh
about
yeah, yeah. We were good at that back in the days.
yeah,
Perfect as a teenager.
totally.
You said 3 albums,
Yep,
so so many to pick from. But
there is.
okay, let's kind of no. I know what Coltrane, Love Supreme.
Ah, yes.
That's also one of those, like I heard it when I was probably 14 years old before I had heard jazz, and I was playing my saxophone, and I was supposed to like jazz, but I didn't like it until a friend of mine played a Love Supreme, and it all clicked. It's like, okay, it can be like this too,
It's
because the
yeah.
energy was way more raw, and it was just
Yeah, how would you explain Coltrane to someone who'd never heard of it before? We like this is a musical education program, so we like to
okay.
help people open their minds.
Oh, how do you
Yeah, I know
explain
that's. I'll just keep it nice
It's
and
extremely
simple.
expressive,
Yeah,
high energy,
yeah,
it- but also very technically
proficient.
perfection. But I mean, he went through the different stages. Like if you listen to the early stuff, and then if you listen to like when he did the giant steps concept, the that type of progressions that was completely new concept, and then later when he playing more free stuff, it's all to me is like it's different.
Magical. Yeah,
Yeah, but
there's
the energy is always there.
yeah,
Like,
and energy is everything. Like,
mhm.
and a lot of those. I don't know if it was Miles Davis or someone was talking about how it doesn't matter how you play the note; it matters the person behind the note. I don't know whether it was him
That
or
sounds like a Miles Davis quote or something
it
like that.
feels Miles Davisy, like
Yeah.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
like it's true, man. Like up to you gotta have a little ability. You gotta have a little
Yeah.
ability,
It's good
but
to know which note to
you
play.
gotta you
Just
know.
that's what I mean.
I love this line on
Totally get
Mercenary.
going.
I love this line on Mercenary. The echoes build a wave of silence. How are you affected by sound? Like, do you absorb sound? Like, that's kind of a broad ass question, but
Yeah.
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 Like, do
I
you hear
mean,
things in the world and they come to you, or is it more it just comes to you?
sometimes,
Yeah,
and but also it's like searching for a nice keyboard sound on the guitar tone, and you can sit for hours and just tweak a little bit, and then now I
yeah,
found it, and then you go back the next day, and "Oh, it's not good enough, and you continue. So it's I mean, it's interesting to, I mean, since I'm in the music business, it's nice to, I can sometimes listen to a record not because I like the songs, but because I like the sound of it.
yeah.
Because I like how it's produced, how it's mixed, and how it's mastered, and how they put instruments together. Even though I don't like the songs, I can still
That's
enjoy
interesting.
just.
Like what? Which
Uh,
one? What's one that you feel that way about?
I mean, everybody seems to hate the new Sleep Talking album, but that's one of those that sounds so fucking good. So I like to listen to that because sonically it's amazing.
Sleep Token are an interesting concept.
Yeah.
There's these bands that are kind of crossed over. Um, they've been called stupid things. I do like Health calling them cum metal, which is a bit crude
Yeah.
but funny. Someone's called them sex core, and it's like no, it's no. And I was like, that is
But I will not
that's,
go into
that's
that.
moderately
But
offensive.
sonically and the production is
Yeah, yeah,
just.
yeah. So yeah, I shouldn't. I'm not lowering the tone here, Lars. Like
Yesterday, actually, I was listening to Lil Nas X for the same reason because his vocal production is just so perfect. It's like
he's
so in your face,
hilarious.
so clean.
Like
Yeah.
that
So
music video where he like
exactly.
yeah. I'm like I respect that. Are there any like risks like you're planning to take or yeah, what the visual you guys have put out a few songs and stuff. What like
Mhm.
visually you're gonna do like with music videos and stuff?
I like the dancing video, the Indifference video. I also like the one that is more like us being on tour and trying to show the other side of being away for like 5 weeks away from family and friends, and that since that song is about that, the dark side of that spectrum, and to it's not happy-go-lucky all the time.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful okay, quiet. It's a beautiful it's a beautiful life, man. Like
Mhm.
what you're
Yeah, it
living.
is for sure.
You know, like it's not
Amazing. Hey, it's amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, I'm
yeah,
super happy and
it's
thankful that every time that I'm here. But as with everything, sometimes it's tough to travel all the time and
of
live
course.
with 18 people in a small bus, and it's
There's
never
nothing
had.
without a flip, right?
No, of course.
There's nothing without a flip. And okay, final question. If
Hmm.
you put this record in a time capsule and you put it into the sea, well, the sea's probably going to rise a lot by the time this kid finds it. So
Yeah.
30 years from now, someone finds it. What would you write on the note to communicate?
You make the album for here and now. You
Yeah,
want it to be current. You want to
yeah,
go out and play the songs like now. Can we
yeah.
please start touring and play this song live because I really want to do it. And will they last 30 years? Who knows? Like, listen to the early Beatles records. Nobody would think they would last 60 years later.
100%.
Uh, or I don't know how Bach saw his compositions. He thought like,
Why?
but
Heavy metal lasts
but you know what I
forever.
mean? Yeah. So yeah. What kind of note? Um, This was a band called Soen, and they existed for a while. I hope you
Listen
like it.
loud. Listen loud. Yeah. What do you think, okay, one more. Do you think it reflects the energy of the world, Reliance, this
Yeah,
record?
of
I think
course,
it does.
always. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say, yeah,
Even
it's a
though,
reflection of
or
the
it
time?
reflects what the world was like 2 years ago, because it's like a long process to write the songs. So,
And the world is a
so
crazy
next time will
place.
probably be more about what's going on right now. Yeah,
Yeah. What
we
have you
start to
guys got
write now.
planned? What do you guys got planned for touring and stuff?
Are we gonna start in Scandinavia next month?
Oh, nice.
2 weeks in Scandinavia, and then we have. I think it will be announced tomorrow that we will do US for 4 weeks or five
Oh,
weeks, and
awesome.
then summer festivals in Europe, and then a Europe run, and then Latin America next year, and then it's just. And
So,
I think we, I will not say too much, but I think we might come to Australia,
yeah,
New Zealand, and maybe do Japan at the same time. Um, Hopefully, it looks like it will happen this year, actually.
that's
Finally.
exciting. Well,
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you guys in the three-dimensional world, which is
Hmm.
nicer than the screen or the
Exactly.
internet or your ears. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Thank
thank you for joining us on We Rock
you.
Records. Soen have a new album. It's called Reliance. It's really good. It just came out this week, and it is a shredding masterpiece of heaviness and emotion. So get on it.